Hey there, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. Woody Bendel here from Next Level Growth Strategies. This week's business tip is going to be really straightforward and hopefully helpful for those of you out there doing email marketing or thinking about doing email marketing. It seems every week I have a conversation with someone who is looking to drive their business through email marketing, either starting out for the first time or they're looking to ramp up their current efforts. And let me just tell you, email marketing can be really profitable for your business. But if you're not on top of everything you need to be on top of, that impact might not only shut down your email marketing efforts, but also bankrupt your organization. Seriously. Did I just hear you say, "What are you talking about, Woody?" I tell you what, stick around because I know you are not going to want to miss out on this week's tip. All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's dive right on in. So this week, we're going to discuss some do's and don'ts related to email marketing, and I'm going to share some information that will hopefully not only convince you that you should be doing email marketing, but also that you need to be doing it the right way. Okay, so let's first start out with clarifying what email marketing is. In essence, email marketing is any electronic message where the primary purpose is to promote or advertise product or service. If you're promoting your business, your products, your services, or your content, that is email marketing. And if you are doing email marketing, there are a number of things you need to know on the legal side of things. First, and this is a big one that we see or actually don't see regularly, but if you are building your email list by collecting email addresses, names, etc. off of your website, you are required by law to have a privacy policy, and this needs to be posted on your website. In addition to being legally required, many of the service providers you use, like Google Analytics and even your email service provider, require that you have it to utilize their services. Next, if you are doing email marketing, keep in mind that there are several laws that you have to comply with, such as CAN-SPAM, GDPR, CCPA, and trust me, there are more on the way. I'll provide a link to the CAN-SPAM Act in the description below, as well as a link to some useful tips from the Federal Trade Commission on how to comply with the CAN-SPAM Act. And while I'm not going to go into all the details of the CAN-SPAM Act, there are a few core things you need to be aware of before you start blasting marketing emails out to people. One of the biggest things you need to be aware of is if you are found to have violated the CAN-SPAM Act, you can be fined up to $46,000 per email. I'm guessing that's not walking around money for most of us, right? In addition, you can only send marketing emails to people who have essentially raised their hands and said, "I want to receive marketing communications from you." That's called opting in, and you need to have a record of this as well. So this means you can't just go out and grab a bunch of emails from LinkedIn profiles or business websites and start bombing folks with marketing emails. Do not do that. And if these people decide they don't want to receive email from you anymore and they opt out, which by the way, you are required to provide the ability to opt out easily in all of your marketing emails. You are required to honor this pretty quickly. Now, let me pause here for a second and say that there is a difference between marketing emails, transactional emails, like confirming a purchase, and one-to-one emails that sales folks might use to set up a meeting or an introductory call. Again, there are some helpful links in the description below that can help you understand the difference between these different kinds of emails. Now, aside from the legal ins and outs, you have to navigate the almighty Google machine algorithms as well. If you're in the B2C space, there's a good chance that 40 to 50% of the emails on your file are Gmail addresses. And the folks at Google are pretty good at distinguishing between legitimate marketing emails and spam. And while they absolutely don't publish how they determine between good or bad, there are some basic rules of thumb that you should be aware of as it relates to the performance of your email campaigns that will get you on the dark side of the Google moon. Google, as well as other email service providers, look for things such as open rates, click rates, bounce rates, unsub rates, and spam reports. Now, there are no hard and fast rules surrounding these email performance elements, but you don't want low and declining open and click rates, and you don't want to see increasing unsubs or spam reports. And if you do cross the line with Google, they'll pretty much shut you out and keep your emails from getting to your customers or subscribers. Getting blacklisted by Google is bad for your business, and getting out of their penalty box takes a lot of work and time. So here, the best things you can do is first, make sure you're maintaining a healthy email file. A healthy email file means a list of people wanting to receive marketing messages from your organization, which likely means they are people who are going to be opening and engaging with your marketing emails, which also means they're probably engaged with your brand, which is what you want, right? Now, depending upon your send frequency, if someone hasn't opened an email from you in the past 6 to 9 months, or certainly if they haven't opened an email from you in more than a year, you should just stop sending them emails. Sending emails to people who you know won't open them is just hurting your sender reputation by making your open rates lower. But more importantly, they obviously don't want to hear from you. So why keep doing it? Oh, and since sending emails isn't generally free, this is also wasting your investments in this marketing channel. Look, you don't get bonus points for having more email addresses, or, well, maybe you did 20 or 25 years ago, but not anymore. Today, it's all about quality, not quantity. So here's the deal. If you are doing everything right and playing by all the rules, email marketing can be a hugely effective and efficient driver for your business. If I were to ask you to name some retailers or businesses that have sent you an email within the past day or so, I'm betting you can name more than a handful. And even if you didn't open any of these emails, you know they're there. And for some of them, you have it in the back of your mind. That's called brand registration. These brands are keeping themselves in your consideration set because you never know when you might need that new waffle maker. But here's the real deal. With good and effective email marketing, it will absolutely drive leads and revenue. According to new data just published by HubSpot, email marketing on average drives $42 of revenue for every dollar spent. Think about that. You can get $42 back for every dollar you spend. That's crazy ROI, right? And you'll find a link to that and other email marketing stats from HubSpot in the description below as well. Okay, so here's this week's business tip. First, if you're not doing email marketing, you probably should be. Second, if you're not doing email marketing and I've convinced you that you need to be doing it, make sure you're doing it right. And by right, I mean complying with all of the laws and regulations. Third, if you're already doing email marketing, make sure you don't just set it and forget it. That's a recipe for some real problems down the road. Your email marketing needs to be relevant, and it needs to remain relevant. And what it takes to stay relevant to your customers, your prospects, and your fans evolves over time. And fourth, if you're already doing email marketing, but you don't feel like you have a real good idea about what it's doing for your customers, your prospects, or your business, do yourself a favor and give us a call. So there you have it. That's this week's tip for getting your organization to its next level of profitable growth by creating clarity, alignment, and consistency. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.